SportsCast with Jeremy Buckelew is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday and welcome to another episode of SportsCast. I'm your host, Jeremy Buckelew. Glad to have you with us again for another week here. Hope you are warm and comfy wherever you are. It's cold out there tonight. Glad to have you here on SportsCast, whether you're tuning in on Facebook or on YouTube. However, we appreciate it. Glad you could join us. Got a great show tonight. Going to talk to Caden Marshall again. And so glad to have Caden back in the studio with us to talk about the season he had and what's coming up for him, and just going to have a good conversation. Do want to say thank you real quick to our sponsors. Thank you to TEC for the high-speed internet here at the studio. Does a great job each and every week of bringing you SportsCast. We appreciate them for equipping the studio with the new high-speed fiber optic internet, and then also to the Peddler Advantage in circulation, not only in Henry County but surrounding areas. And so each and every week, thousands of these go out, and if you have an ad that you need placed in it, you can go find them there at 105 South Market Street, or just call that number. But you can also, as you can see there, it lists the myparistv.com shows each and every week, and you can find what's coming up on the Mike Weatherford Show and on my show and the Tennessee Informer. And don't forget, we are simulcasting both on Facebook and YouTube. So either on my Facebook page or the My Paris TV YouTube channel. You can always go to myparistv.com to find out more. Again, going to have a great show tonight. Glad to have back with me. And I had so many people say, hey, she does such a good job that I think I want to hire her full time to be my co-host. It's a non-paying gig, but Kenna is here with us again. Kenna just turned 20 yesterday, had a birthday.
I did.
So happy late birthday to Kenna. Glad to have you with us in your co-hosting capacity here on the show today.
Good to be here.
I'm glad you're here. As I said, got Caden Marshall with us again this week. And Caden just had a pretty good year at Bowling Green. I know the record didn't turn out like he wanted, but we'll talk about his performance and everything that went on with that. But Caden, good to see you. Glad you're back in town for a little while and could stop by and see us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brought somebody with you.
Yeah.
So introduce him to making his SportsCast debut.
Look, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Drake Ward, play Henry County football, basketball, number 8, freshman. So, yeah.
Freshman sensation. He left the sensation part out. And I say freshman sensation because, you know, obviously I get to do, of course, the radio broadcast for the varsity, and you had a big touchdown against
Memphis Overton.
Got as a freshman, got in the end zone, which is kind of rare for Henry County football. But then on the freshman season, since I get to do PA, I get to watch all the freshman games too. And I would ask you before we came on the air, I said, Drake, did anybody tackle you this year? Because you're one of those players that when you get your hands on the ball, it's pretty tough to bring you down. And I don't know that there were many times that you touched the football that you didn't run it for a touchdown.
I probably couldn't say there's a lot. I mean, like, when I got the ball, it was just like, go, because I had good blockers. So when I just got the ball, I was gone.
So y'all won that freshman league again, champions of that, went undefeated this season. And so I know, like, Caden, you can speak to this a little bit, but I think that gives people a lot of excitement about Henry County football coming up. Because, like, to watch y'all play, and y'all are just a bunch of studs out there just taking care of everybody, and to know that that's what's coming up for Henry County, like, I'm excited about it. I know other people are excited about it, and you know, I would think that former players see that and are like, man, I'm glad to be a part of this program.
Absolutely, 100%.
So we're going to start the show like we do each and every week with the best thing you saw this week, and so we'll do ladies first. And Kenna, what's the best thing you saw this week?
Well, as you mentioned, it was my birthday yesterday, and so we got to go to Clarksville. Luke and I got to go to Clarksville, finished up some Christmas shopping.
Did you get me anything?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know. Anyway.
And so, yeah, it was just a good day.
Good.
Very spoiled.
20 years goes by pretty quick. I'll say that is, happy birthday late again, of course. You know, I told you yesterday.
Yeah, you left for my birthdays.
Well, I did, but you're 20. It's not that big a deal anymore. So, not really. But Caden, best thing you saw this week, bud?
Probably not seeing no more snow.
Snow's a lot up north. Is that what you're saying?
That Ohio weather is something serious, man. Something serious.
It feels like you brought some of that back with you if you were to walk outside right now.
Today. Today.
It's like all the time up there. Is it?
Yeah, it's like the winter is bad. Like it snowed for like a week straight up there.
Yeah,
and it was just kept on coming like nonstop. And I just get tired of it.
Sure.
I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold.
Well, I'm glad that you're back here a little bit. It's supposed to warm up towards the end of the week, and so it'll be more like Tennessee weather than that Ohio weather. So, Drake, how about you? Best thing you saw this week?
I'll probably say freshman to boys basketball team going down to Medina, just out of Gibson County, playing 2 games back to back. First game we went off a game winner, and had a game right after that, blew them out. So
nice,
probably the best thing I'll see.
Because so you mentioned you're also on the high school team, still undefeated as far as the varsity goes for that. Had a great game last week against Jackson Southside, which Henry County down 4 points with 20 seconds left to go and won that basketball game. Just unbelievable finish. But again, we had Coach Miller on a couple weeks ago, and he talked about how much he was looking forward, and it's just a fun group to watch. Got an opportunity this week. They'll be at home Friday night against, can't remember who we play Friday night. Lexington, maybe McKenzie Friday night, and then next Monday at home against Crockett County, and then they take a little bit of break for Christmas. We're going over to Stewart County in the Christmas tournament over there, but boys are undefeated. Girls have lost 2 games, but they're fun to watch too. They're very competitive. The 2 games we lost are to 2 teams that traditionally make the state tournament each and every year, and so if you're not getting out and supporting these teams, shame on you. Make your way to Gamlin Gymnasium on Friday night. We got 2 games. Got a game at South Gibson on Tuesday, and then we go to Lexington on Thursday night, and then, as I said, home on Friday night. But if you're not supporting these kids, shame on you. Get out to Gamlin Gymnasium, watch some basketball. Both of these teams are athletic and just outstanding to watch, but that boys team is so much fun because they get, like Sam McDaniel says it all the time on the radio, but like you never know how they're going to win. Like one game, they'll just score 90 points and blow out whoever. The next game, it's just shut down defense that, we may score 40, but the other team doesn't get to 20. And the next game, we're 8 of 12 from behind the 3-point arc. And it's just different ways we win each and every week, and you never know what you're going to see. Jakai's got 2 big dunks already on the season that gets the fans up off their feet. And so come out to Gamlin, watch these kids, support them, and see Drake, right? All right. Caden, last time you were here, talked about the upcoming season with the bowling. Oh, I didn't even tell mine. I'm sorry. My best thing I saw this week is, of course, Kenna's birthday. Always nice to celebrate a birthday, especially one of your kids. But as she said, Whitney and I left her on her birthday. We went to Nashville last night to see Nate Bargatze, which was I'm a huge Nate Bargatze fan. I love Nate Bargatze. I think he's hilarious. I'm all the time telling my family that, I think I'm pretty funny, and they disagree, which just goes to show that they have no sense of humor, I think. But saw Nate Bargatze last night at the Bridgestone. It was amazing. Puts on a clean, hilarious show, and that was the best thing I saw this week until probably this afternoon when, again, sentimental Jeremy here, but Cade came home, and at one point we were sitting all in the living room and just kind of talking and laughing, and everybody was getting along, and that was nice to see because that's kind of rare at our house when everybody's getting along and stuff with Cade and Kenna in the same room. But Kenna was in a good mood, Cade was in a good mood, and it was fun. So she was a little bit nervous when she came home because
oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about where you're going next week?
Yeah, so I was informed this afternoon that I got an early Christmas present to go watch the Ole Miss Rebels play their first playoff game. And as an Arkansas fan, I feel a little guilty for it, considering my entire family is Ole Miss fans. So I had to break the news to my very passionate Ole Miss
your Ole Miss alum of a brother.
Yeah, I was nervous because
like if looks could kill, Kenna would not be here with us, right? Because Cade was like he took it well. He was like, oh, that's cool, but you could see it on his face. You know what I mean?
And I had jokingly, so that conversation had been brought up a couple before my birthday, like, oh, this could be a birthday gift. And I was just like, yeah, I would love that. But then I called Cade jokingly, and I was like, guess what I'm getting for my birthday? Because it ended up it wasn't going to be a birthday gift. And he was like, you could tell on the phone he was mad. And I was like, I'm just kidding. It was just a joke. Like, I don't get to do that. And then the news broke this afternoon, and I was like, oh, I got to tell him now, that I wasn't kidding.
I got to give him a warning just so he can absorb it and process it. And, yeah.
I was debating on if I just surprise, just don't say anything. And
go and
if he sees it, he sees it. If he doesn't, it's okay. But
I think you did the right thing by telling him. He's a mature, 24-year-old. He's just passionate about his Rebels. We all are. So Kenna will be at the Vaught on Saturday afternoon cheering on the Rebels and Patrick Kudus and the rest of the squad as they take on the Tulane Green Wave in round 1 of the football playoff. So yeah. I'm a little jealous of her, to be honest. So now back to what I was saying before. Caden, again, good to have you back. Glad you're here. Last time we talked, you were heading into or fixing to move up north to Bowling Green and go with Coach George up to the Falcons. And how would you, from where you were then to where we are here today, how have you grown as a football player and
I'd probably say like coming from Tennessee State and then going up to Bowling Green. Like I said last time, it's a lot more resources. So I feel like I got obviously a lot stronger and like bigger and like what I needed to get to. And then obviously getting the reps on the field has, made me a better player, because I feel like whenever you get the reps in game, you learn from your mistakes. And then obviously just a lot of film watching, because whenever you're not really like getting like the reps on the field that you feel like you like deserve, it's kind of hard like to really learn. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like in practice you can do so well and stuff like that, but it's nothing like the games. Nothing like the game. So I just feel like getting the reps this year and like learning like what I need to work on and what I'm actually kind of good at. I just feel like that made me feel like I've grown, especially from Tennessee State, not playing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got your stats that I pulled off of ESPN this afternoon. You had a great year, considering you missed several games. We were talking, you had a concussion, right, that kept you out of a couple games. But,
Yeah.
I mean, out of the games you played in, 37 total tackles, 14 solo, 23 assists, 1 sack. It's not on that stat line. There was another one I saw that you had like 3 pass deflections. And so, like, every time, I can't imagine, like how your parents feel, because I'll tell you, like, anytime that I saw Bowling Green was on, I turned it on and watched. And whenever I saw number 12 out there, I was like, there's Caden. There he is. I see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just makes you proud that here's a kid from Paris, Tennessee. You can turn on ESPN and watch him, and see him. And it was the same with Luke. When you turn on the Arkansas game, there's Luke. But I would just turn it on, and I'd see that number 12 out there on the field, and I was like, "Daggone, there goes Caden Marshall." And I mean, it just like, again, I don't know. I don't know that there's a way to describe from your parents' perspective of what that must have been like for them. Of course, your mom, I know she went to a lot of the games, right? Because I know that I thought there were some pictures I saw on Facebook. Did she make a couple of them?
They came to one game, which actually it was my first start. Like my first start, they came to at Louisville. They came to that game, and they're proud of me, for the whole season.
Sure,
100%. But that game was just like it was special to me because it's my first college, really my first time going in a game.
Yeah.
And then playing a team like Louisville too. So I feel like that playing the way I did in that game, and then having them there for the only game that they was able to make it.
Right.
It felt real good to go out there and ball out for them, and just seeing after the game. Obviously it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but seeing them after the game, seeing the smiles on their faces, it felt real good.
Of course, Louisville's a decent football team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good. They do well in the ACC and whatnot. Was that the biggest stadium y'all played in this year? Biggest crowd? I don't know what the crowd's like at Louisville. I know their basketball is probably pretty good, but their football program's been decent.
We played Louisville and Cincinnati this year.
Okay.
So Cincinnati was actually pretty loud too, but Louisville was though, like Louisville Stadium's bigger than Cincinnati's, but I say Louisville's was louder.
Okay.
Louisville's was. And it was definitely bigger. But Cincinnati, it was rocking too at Cincinnati.
Sure.
That was their first home game.
Sure.
But yeah, Louisville was both of them was really loud though, but Louisville was a lot bigger.
So you get your first start there, but like I know the season didn't turn out like y'all wanted it to.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Kenna went through that same thing with her Razorbacks. But I mean, what did you like? I know that you saw growth as the year went on in yourself. What would you be able to pinpoint and say, here's probably this year where I grew the most as a linebacker for the Falcons?
Well, I mean, it's really like my second year really playing the position of linebacker.
Yeah.
Like I was playing everywhere in high school really, and then didn't get to play at all last year. So I just feel like those reps just helped me grow. Like I know what I'm good at, but it made me realize what I need to work on. Obviously getting stronger. Those linemen are huge. Like they're big. So obviously trying to get stronger, and then working like really just working moves to like around them to really make more plays. I left a lot of plays out there on the field that I regret obviously, but I mean like you said, I mean it's a learning process, everything. So I know exactly what I need to work on. Really this whole offseason, for my next school.
And so you're working on that, right? You were telling me that you're doing some workouts in Nashville every week, trying to. Yeah. It's still just like you never at this level, you know. And it's probably good advice for him too, because I know you talked about the last time you were on here, and I clipped it and everything. But there's always somebody out there working. You can never stop trying to get better at what you're doing. Yeah. And so that's what you're doing even now, as technically, you know, officially the off season, I guess, or whatever, but still working out, still putting in the work every day to get better at football.
Got to.
So how do you healthily balance that with just life in general as a college athlete? As a college athlete, with everything, the commitment that you've got, how do you maintain a balance between football and just schoolwork and life in general?
So it's really like a set schedule every single day.
Yeah.
Like our schedule at Bowling Green was we wake up we get to the facility about 7:30. We'll have meeting, team meeting. Then we'll have our position meetings, and then we would have practice. Then after practice, we would have like a lift about 2 or 3 times out the week. But if you didn't have to lift, you'd be done. But we're there probably from like 7:30 to about, I say 12:30 to 1. Then after that, you have your classes, and then like they make it for certain people you have like a scheduled like study hall.
Yeah. But
I didn't really have that, so really I had a lot of time on my hands still, like after practice, and then me only having class on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then I was on Tuesday, Thursdays. I was free after practice. So I had a lot of time where I could get a lot of things done.
So what would your message be to Drake? If, like a high school freshman, just finished his freshman year of football, still working on basketball, but got 3 more years of high school.
Yeah.
Like, what would you tell him, and probably what have you told him as far as if you want to get to this level, here's what it takes?
You got to outwork everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. And then you got to keep, like, obviously, great, like, student athlete. Student comes first. But, like, right now, like, you got to do extra. Like, even after every practice, you got to do extra. Like, you got to, like, say you go out there practice, you get done practice, so go work on some, feet word drills. Just go run some more routes.
Yeah.
Like I tell him, or go out there and just work on your stance, and, like, like you guarding somebody. Like, you have to do extra. Like, you can't just do the simple basic stuff. Like, that's not going to get you to where you need to be, because on this level, everybody in college is good. Everybody knows the fundamentals, but you have to perfect everything. Everything now it's like a little step. Like, if you mess up on like one little step, if you're going to be late.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. And like what I tell him is, like, you got 3 years left. It seems like a lot of time. I got 3 years left too. We're in the same position.
Right.
But it's going to fly right by. It's going to fly by just like that. And what I be trying to, like, let him know, like, every day, everything you do, basketball, football, you got to go 100%.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you don't want to, you got to go do it. Like, that's one thing too about me. Like, my senior year going into basketball, I didn't feel like I wanted to, and I regretted it. And I felt like I could have went a little bit harder in that. And that's why I try to tell him, like, don't do that. Like, just don't do what I did with the basketball aspect of it. But whatever you do, I just feel like I tell him, you got to go 100% and just you got to outwork everybody. Like, whatever you see somebody else doing, do more.
Yeah. I was fixing to ask you if, do you ever miss the basketball part? Because Coach Height I know you said you watched last week. Coach Height was on here. He was talking about you a little bit. We were talking about, kids being ready to play, and he brought your name. As Caden Marshall was ready as a 7th grader to play, and off the air we were just kind of talking about, he's like that you had the skill set really to do whichever one you wanted to do. You picked football, and that's great because obviously you're doing very well at it. But just wonder if you ever just getting the round ball in your hand.
Yeah,
and
I
going out
definitely miss it, because the way we lost was that haunts me still. The way we lost, like, that actually haunts me. My senior year,
was that the last second shot from half court by Northwest?
Yeah,
that was tough.
That was that still haunts me.
You don't still think about it at all, do you?
I mean, I don't think about it like crazy, but just like it'll pop in my memories or something like that, and I'll just see it, be like, man, we shouldn't have lost that game.
It's one of those miracle shots,
We beat that team. We beat them twice that year.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat the team 3 times.
It is.
So them winning that game hurt, though, because we didn't even go to the district playoffs. Like, we didn't get to go none of that.
Yeah. what did you enjoy? Because it was your first, like you said, you were at TSU and then played for Coach George there. Then Coach George gets hired in Bowling Green. And so you transfer up there, same coaches that you had at TSU, I think you said last time. What did you enjoy about Ohio and Bowling Green? Like, what was your favorite thing about being up there?
Obviously getting to play. But I say, like, culture and, like, the fans up there, like, they care about football a lot.
Because that's a great thing to talk. Let's talk about that for a second, because we're in SEC country. Don't know a lot about MAC and everything that goes on up there. But I mean, I assume that in Bowling Green, I know you talked about that town for a little bit and what it was like up there when you were getting ready to go up there and had visited, I think, and all that. But like, those people care just as much about the Bowling Green Falcons as Fayetteville cares about the Arkansas Razorbacks. And
like, we have majority of our home games, like the home side was sold out, majority of them. So like, they take care of their football, and the tailgating was insanely crazy. Then we really got famous off the cat. I don't know if y'all seen like the cat. We really got famous off that, so that draw way more attention. So
was one of your linemen or something like that?
Our long snapper.
Okay, I carried it in a backpack and all that, right?
Yeah, like his own security and everything. He was crazy. He was crazy.
Do you ever get used to, like, when you would go out, do people recognize you? Like,
actually, yeah. Like, they started to. Like, I dropped one of my teammates off to physical therapy. Then they was like, "Oh, who dropped you off?" And he was like, "My guy Caden did." They was like, "Oh, for real? Like, Caden, like, the freshman or whatever, like, that's playing." I was just like, "Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy."
Like, what does that do to you as far as?
I mean, it made me feel good. I feel like made me feel good.
Who doesn't want to be recognized when they go out somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So again, playing for Coach George there, y'all went 4-8, and like I said, not the ideal football season, but had a lot of obstacles to overcome. We were talking, of course, before the show started, but y'all probably got put in a situation that very few, if any, football teams actually get put in. Tell us about that, and how did y'all handle that in the locker room? How did y'all stay together to overcome that? And again, like I said, 4-8. I know you wish you had a better season, but I mean, y'all just had so many obstacles. It seems like to get past.
So like, really, majority of it was on the offensive side. But I mean, like, talking about like staying together. I mean, we was all just a team. We all trained together. We all worked together. We all did the same. We did everything together.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all just like next man up. Like, I mean, we was confident in whoever we put into to the game. We all loved each other. We all had faith in each other and believed in each other. The outcome, it just wasn't right for us. It wasn't our time. But what you talking about is we had went through every single quarterback on our roster.
It's just unheard of. Like, you'll never see that in.
Yeah, that I ain't never been a part of that either. Like, I've never ever even seen that in.
Because y'all were down to what you said your fourth.
So yeah,
your fourth string quarterback, right?
We went down to the fourth string quarterback.
Wow.
Fourth string, and then he had got hurt one game. Then we thought we was finna be like. We thought we was finna have like wildcat quarterback the whole game for the next game, but then he was able to play. And then we just our quarterbacks battle injuries like the whole season.
Yeah, I asked you because you debunked it as a myth, but we were talking. I remember seeing at one point somebody posted on Twitter or something, or X, whatever it is now, that Bowling Green was having open tryouts for the quarterback position because they had gone through everybody. You said that was not true.
Yeah,
that's not.
Coach George wasn't finna do none of that. Coach George wasn't going for that.
So no students out there in the student union just tossing the pigskin around trying to get on the team or nothing. So did beat Toledo in your big rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said I turned that game on, and y'all were down at one point in that contest, and then came back and was able to pull out a win.
Yep.
So at least y'all got that rivalry win.
That really saved our season.
Yeah,
that really saved our season because it was after that game, that's when it got bad. But you look back at the season, like, that game really helped us out a lot because, like I was telling you earlier, like, that game is a big game down there. Yeah. It's like Ohio State, Michigan down there. Like, it's a crazy game that I really didn't know until I really ran out the locker room. Like, it's a crazy game. Blue on this side, orange on this side.
And it's called the I-70,
a battle of I-75.
Okay, because y'all are just right there, just close.
20 minutes away. 30 minutes away.
Yeah. And so I even was saying that because I knew it was a big game. So when I saw Bowling Green versus Toledo, I was like, Caden talked about that game. I'm going to turn on and watch it. There you were. But the announcers were saying that like for the last 4 years or so that the away team had won. And so y'all broke that streak this year and got the win there at Bowling Green, but had to come back from a pretty big hole to get it.
21-3, I want to say. 21-3.
Yeah.
Came back from that. And it might have been 28-7, really. I don't remember. I just know that in the second half, they didn't score on us. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, no, we won 28-21, yes. So in the second half, they did not score on us, and then the offense just started clicking.
Nice.
So we had all the momentum. We didn't give it back.
Nice. So season's finished. Y'all done. And so we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll come back because we're going to talk about the transfer portal when we'll come back after the break. We're going to hear a word from TEC real quick. Y'all stay with us. We'll be literally right back in 30 seconds. Be sure to join us next week. I was telling the guys this is kind of like a part one of 2 parts. As I said with Caden here, we're about to talk about the transfer portal and all that. But next week, our Christmas Spectacular, nothing spectacular about it. Really just having a fun conversation about NIL. And so Corden Height is going to be back with us next week, and Luke Brown and Ryan Dameron are going to be joining us here in the studio. Of course, Luke played at Arkansas. Ryan went to Tennessee, and may holler at Caden here if he's going to be in town. Just come on back by and be on that show as well. But they're going to talk about NIL and what all goes into that, and then we'll also talk about our favorite Christmas movies and why they're the best, and Christmas traditions and that kind of stuff. Just one of those fun shows. Just some guys sitting around talking about sports, and so that is next Sunday at 7:30 here on SportsCast with Jeremy Buckelew. Be sure to join us for that. Don't forget about Mike Weatherford's show this week. This is a big one. He has a Monty Fritz, who is a candidate for the Tennessee governor. He will be, I think, live here in the studio on Tuesday night. And so you're talking about running the state of Tennessee. You want to hear what he has to say. So that's Monty Fritz will be on the Mike Weatherford show Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You can find Mike's show over at his Facebook page, the Mike Weatherford Show. Give him a follow and like his stuff. And as I said, Mike always likes to bring up to me how many followers he's got. So I'm trying to catch up with him. He's got a 3-year head start on me as far as the show goes. And so I'm slowly building, but Mike enjoys letting me know how many followers he has. And so go over there and add to his numbers. It'll make him feel good and put him in the Christmas spirit this time of year. Glad to have, you said, Caden Marshall here with us. Brought Drake Ward. We talked a little bit Henry County football and basketball, but so Caden back in the transfer portal. As I told you, you just talk about whatever you want to talk about as much as you want to talk about as far as that goes. But like, what is that process? Like, what led you to say, hey, I'm gonna get back in the transfer portal? And then like, what do you have to do when people hear the transfer portal? I mean, obviously, it's not this literal portal, but like, tell us a little bit of what is the transfer portal and how does that work?
Hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Go.
All right. I hopped in. I mean, it's really like I really wasn't planning on leaving, but I really talked to my family about it, and I felt like it was the best opportunity for me. Sure. So really, it was just like a family business decision for me to hop back in. But the process you go through that is like after the season was over with, have your exit meeting with your coach, and I broke the news to him. We talked about it. Then
is that with? So I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Is that with your position coach, or you talk to Eddie George?
Really, position coach. You have your exit meeting with your position coach.
Okay.
But Coach George actually wasn't there when I did mine. He was, I don't know where he was, but I wasn't able to talk to him.
Okay.
So I talked to my position coach, and then the DC was there. So I talked to them and let them know that I was going to make that decision, make that move, and everything was smooth, everything was good. Some real coaches, they told me if I don't find a home within the net, like if I go to a school and I don't really like it, to give them a call and I can come back. So there's some real coaches. I really appreciate them for that.
Absolutely, because they don't have to do that.
They
mean, they can say,
they don't.
That's fine. Good luck to you. We'll,
exactly.
If it works out, great for you. If not,
exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
But so like the process with that, I mean, it doesn't open until January 2nd. So like right now, I'm just, so right now, like all I can say is like I plan to enter. I'm not actually in there yet, but on January 2nd, like I'll be in there. I'll have to email compliance, let them know that I want to enter the portal. They'll send me all kinds of paperwork that I got to do. I'll do all that paperwork and then send it back in, obviously. And then by the time January 2nd comes, I'll be in there. So I'll be like another recruit, basically.
Okay. So then I guess colleges basically just have this list of here's the kids who have played, D1 ball already, and here's the schools they were at, and they're in the portal. Here's their positions, I assume. And so a school looking for a linebacker. You play middle linebacker, is that right? Or you outside?
Kind of versatile. Like really a little bit of both.
So, sorry, I'm still not over this cold that Kenna gave me over Thanksgiving.
Oops.
But anyway, so they, I assume, get this information and are like, okay, Caden Marshall from Bowling Green is available.
Yeah.
And then at that point, after the portal opens, like you said, the recruiting process basically just starts over for you, right?
It's like high school all over again, really. But it's in a shorter time period.
Yeah. Because how long do you have to make a decision once?
So whenever you enter, you're in there. So you can make a decision kind of like whenever, but that's not wise at all. You want to make a decision really as quick as possible because spots fill up so fast because there's only one portal window now. Like there's only one portal window. Like there's no spring portal window no more. It's only the one that's going to be January 2nd. And
that's a huge, I mean, I've already spoken as much as I care to speak about the Lane Kiffin situation in at LSU, but that's part of the problem is that the window opens so soon, and so like you've got to make a decision as a player.
Exactly.
Coaches have to make decisions, and then these coaches are out trying to recruit whatnot. And so, like I said, with no spring window, but I would guess you don't want to wait too long because you got to get to that school. Go ahead. My
plan for it is like I kind of want to know what visits I want to take by December 31st.
Okay.
That's my plan with it because whenever I enter the portal, I want to have like obviously I'm going to get phone calls like so like I got an agent now and I was on like been talking to him and he was telling me like the process we're going to go through we'll probably do like a day and a half or two for you just to receive phone calls.
Okay.
Just to hear the interest and the offers or whatever they throw you. Then he said after that we need to break it down to about 3 to 4 schools, visit those schools around the 5th for about maybe like a week.
Okay.
And then he said it's time to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because you want to be at that school really when school starts.
Right.
You don't want to be coming in late, stuff like that, missing a few things, and then waiting too long for a spot to fill up.
With spring practice and that kind of stuff, you want to get. I'm assuming you want to get in that program as quick as possible.
Yeah, going to start everything. Really get there when everybody else gets there. Like, because you don't want to be coming in, a little late. You feel me? That's not what you want to do. So it really depends on whatever school I choose. Depends on whenever their school, whenever they start school back up. Normally, school starts back up like I don't even know really. I say around the 15th, 16th, maybe after that. Really, when everybody goes back. So that's kind of when I really want my decision to be made.
And so, again, I just trying to figure out that process. Like, I know you said, you sat down and you talked about it with your family and y'all came to the decision that was the best thing for you to do. And like at Bowling Green, are they understanding? Because, I mean, let's be honest, it's with the transfer portal the way it is now, it's kind of the landscape of college football.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a business.
It is. And with NIL, you said you've got an agent, you got NIL deals that I'm sure are, that factor in. And so I know the coaches understand that, but were they kind of like, "Oh, Caden, please, we."
So his exact words, he said, "If I was in your shoes, I'd be doing the same thing." Those are his exact words that he told me. So I mean, they understand. They know it's a business.
Yeah.
They told me they was like, "We knew this was going to come. Maybe not this year, but next year."
Okay.
They said we knew it was going to come eventually because they told me before I even committed there. They said, "If you produce and do what you're supposed to do that we know you can do, we will help you pack your bags."
Yeah.
Those are his exact words. So I let him know, and he was just like, understandable. You know, he said, hate to lose me, obviously, but he was like, it's understandable. He said, so.
Well, and it's almost like this isn't a dig at anybody. Don't take it the wrong way, all right? But you have your Power 5 conferences. You know, you got your SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12. You know, the American Conference now is a pretty big conference. And so it's like all of these guys are working up to that.
Exactly.
Right. And I mean, and you're not, like I said, we showed your stats, 37 tackles on the year. You started as redshirt freshman, started at Bowling Green. How many games did you start?
Started 7 games.
7 games. Missed a couple because of injury. So I think somebody was saying a couple weeks ago that you had All-American numbers if you had been able to play in all the games.
I was number 1 in the nation for freshmen in like my stats going into the week I got hurt.
Yeah.
So after that that's when everything, you know, obviously fell off a little bit.
And so again, this isn't a dig at Bowling Green. I know that you are forever grateful for what Bowling Green did for you and for Coach George or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think these guys realize now that the way that it's made and the way that it's set up, and again, we're going to talk about this a lot next week with the NIL especially, but it is a business, and it's business decisions that young players are making each and every day.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, this, you know, like you said, you talk about your family, like this is life-changing kind of stuff, you know? Like, I mean, there's not too many kids and I don't mean it like, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but like Luke's old roommate, Patrick, playing at Ole Miss now, you know, kind of have an idea of what Ole Miss gave him to come to Ole Miss from Arkansas. And it's like, who would turn that down? And so, like, if you've got opportunities, and with the numbers that you have, obviously you've got opportunities that you're hoping are coming, and you know, are hoping that will be there. I think your coaches know that, and they can probably. I know with tampering and all that you know, there's stuff that can't go on right now, but you have to assume that if some coach calls these coaches, like, hey, tell us about this Marshall kid, they're like, yeah, he's a stud, you want him. I mean, that's kind of the landscape of the game now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But see, like, the money is crazy. The money is crazy. And, like, when you 19 years old, going on 20, and you hear a number that's well over six figures or well over, you know, you're gonna look at your parents, you're gonna look whoever beside you, be like, man, like, you feel me? And I'm not saying that's been happening, but I'm just saying, like, that's crazy, you know.
Listen,
like,
I understand, because I mean, without telling too much, like, I'm 46 years old, and you could throw a number at me right now, and I'd be like, wow, that's amazing.
You get that much money, you're making more money than a coach sometimes.
Well, and it's no wonder, and you hear these stories, you know, like, you say, well, why in the world would Carson Beck go from Miami or go from Georgia to Miami? Like, well,
he got millions
of dollars.
Well, I mean, I was at Texas Tech a couple weeks ago, and they were showing off their softball team, and their softball player who gets paid how much?
$1 million a year
as a softball player. Was standing. Crazy. I took a picture of her and the fans in front of her, and I was just like, she makes $1 million to play softball. So imagine what I'm sitting here watching these Texas Tech players and how much they're getting paid.
I mean,
Texas money is overly
those
crazy.
Those oil fields, I'm telling you.
Those schools have so much money.
Oil fields and cartels, and they're doing well out there in Texas.
Nah, those Texas schools have money.
Yeah,
it's insane.
But I mean, and so you've got that to consider, but also too. I mean,
like you was talking about opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, I have 3 years left to play. So obviously I want to go on a bigger level, because that's going to obviously improve my chances of making it to the next level.
Is that just straight up, and you say, mind your own business? None, like, I ain't telling that. Like, is that your goal? Like, I mean, I would assume anybody that's playing in college is trying to get to the league.
To make it, 100%.
And so
100%.
I mean, and to do that, I mean, there's people every day that, you know, but if you can get to where SEC, Big Ten,
I
other,
wanna
you
go,
know, like
go
ACC,
SEC, Big Ten, or ACC.
Okay.
That's where I want to play at.
and so
The Big 12 is cool, but there's not a lot of schools in the Big 12 that I really want to go to.
Okay.
The Big 12 is like, I think teams in the American Conference beat the Big 12.
all right,
I say SEC, ACC, and Big 10 is where I want to go.
okay.
That's where the football's at.
And so if you got the opportunity to go there, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
And so I think is that kind of your mindset right now? And like I said, I know your coaches know that, and they want to see you succeed. And so like their whole idea is just, if this kid wants to better himself, who are we to stop him?
Exactly. Like you said, it's life-changing.
Yeah.
So really, my life could change really next month. Just like that.
Just remember the little people when it does.
Just like that. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it could.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's so.
You
like,
kinda-
when this portal opens, it could get really crazy. You never know what can happen.
Sure.
Like there's interest right now that that maybe can be overwhelming, but like whenever the portal actually opens, it can be like, wow, like what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like you was talking about getting stressed over it, like real deal, real deal. Be stressing like a couple weeks because you don't want to overthink or feel like you're missing out on an opportunity, and it's going to get crazy. But I want my life to change too.
Yeah, no, and don't blame me one bit. Who wouldn't? It is. I mean, just speaking honestly, you're gambling on your. Like, you're betting on yourself, right?
Taking a risk.
Because when you enter the portal, this isn't going to happen. I'm not saying it, but there are kids who enter the portal and
they get lost.
They get lost. Like
100%.
nobody picks them up.
Like if I didn't have no film, I wouldn't do this.
Yeah,
because it's scary and it's dangerous.
Right,
you can get lost 100%. If you don't have the film, the production that you need, you're not going to go anywhere. Especially with one portal window now, you're going to get lost.
Yeah.
So you got to really think wisely about this. That's why I really thought a lot about this.
And so, not you, but like if you were to get in and change your mind, kids, like how long do they have to say, you know what, never mind, I don't want to do this? Mm-hmm. Because if it's one of like those situations, and maybe when people declare for the NFL draft, I think after they declare for the draft, if they don't get drafted, they can't come back and say, well, I want to play college ball again. Like once you declare, that's it. Mm-hmm. And so like, is it the same way with the transfer portal? Like, do you have a time that you have to say, you know what, I'm just going to stay here, and because I know what I can do here, and I know I'm just going to stay here. Or if once you're in it, you're in it, and like I said, you're just a risk.
Depends on your coaches too. Like I know my coaches right now. There's a few of my teammates that they're going to enter. If they don't get anything, our coaches said they can come back.
Okay,
so it really depends on your coaches. Now some coaches be like, you get in there, you can't come back.
Yeah.
So if you get in there and get lost, you're just in there sitting.
Yeah.
You're in there sitting, and then hopefully an opportunity will come to you. But majority, I know our coaches they're real cool about that. Like they want to see everybody succeed, like you said. And I know a lot of my teammates, they even like our coach even helped them get their tape right and everything. So that when they enter, if they don't get anything, they can just go back, And that's a coaching staff that I want to be a part of too as well. Like at my next school.
Okay.
The coaching staff really as real as them.
You don't get that everywhere.
You don't.
And that's,
You don't.
You really
you
don't.
do not get that everywhere. And so it's nice that you got to experience that because not everybody does. So
exactly.
Yeah. Because some of them are just unbelievable the way just awful the way they treat some of these kids. But that's another time and not my place to talk about. So, yes, no, can't say none of your business. Like, do you have in your mind of like, oh, if these places offer me, absolutely, I'm going there.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you want to play at the Bamas, the Georgias, like,
sure.
If I get a phone call from them, I'll be like, oh, coach, I'm committed.
Yeah.
Like, sure, off the real. Like, I wouldn't care about nothing. I'll be like, oh, coach, I'm committed.
Yeah.
You want to play at schools like that. But, I mean, right now, I got interest right now. Like, if I had to put the schools I have on a piece of paper, like right now with interest, I have 4 that I would consider.
Okay.
I have 4 that I would consider. And obviously I want to visit those schools, but like I said, it's still early right now. Like that's why I'm just really keeping everything on the table. I'm taking everything in.
Sure.
Like any coach or any follow that I get on Twitter or X, whatever or Instagram, whatever. Like I just take everything in and just let my guy know that okay, this school follow me, whatever. And I just because I'm taking any opportunity right now.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when the portal opens, that's when I'll be like, all right, I'm not going to this school. All right, we'll put this school right here. All right, this is a school I really might want to go to. Like, you got to narrow it down. But right now, I'm just taking everything in right now.
How big of a role does your agent play in all of this? It's not trying to tell you what to do, but negotiating and like when the portal opens, like how big of a role will he have in that?
He's the main factor.
Okay.
Like, coaches can't talk to me, but they can talk to him.
I see.
So they can give me a follow, but they'll go hit him up, be like, hey,
you're
man,
right now, like right now, a coach
right
like
now.
can't talk to you, but can
they can't talk to me. Yeah, they can't talk to me.
but they can talk to your agent, and they can say, hey, if this kid gets in the portal, we want him.
Yeah, like they can do all that, and then my agent, like he tells me, but he doesn't tell me. He definitely talks numbers with schools.
No, I get it.
He definitely talks numbers. So I mean, obviously, I feel like now it's good to have one because obviously you're not finna be calling on the phone to coach, hey, how much you finna give me?
Right.
Like you don't want to ask a coach that.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like, oh, so you just want to come for the money?
Right.
Like you don't want to do that. So the agent, he does all that, and then obviously you can talk to him and be like, how much they trying to give me?
Yeah. But again,
so
but that's a realistic part of college football nowadays.
it is. It really is. You got some players that don't care. You got some players like, how much you finna get? Oh, well, this school gave me this. I ain't going there. Like they're straightforward with you. Like it's a straight business now. Like it's about the money. That's why like Ohio State and all those teams are so good. Texas Tech spent $9 million on their defensive line. $9 million.
It's like LSU promised Lane Kiffin $25 million for a roster. I mean, can you imagine having a $25 million roster and what you could potentially do with that?
You can give every starter $1 million almost.
Yeah,
like that's what I said.
That's what Ken was saying the other day.
And then Michigan State just got rewarded $401 million for athletics. You can give every player on the team millions and still have over $100 million left over.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's crazy.
Well, I think about that basketball tournament they just had where you could get into it and then the winner like wins NIL money to give to their athletics, and it's just like who wouldn't do that next year?
Like Michigan, like they had like 40 something teams in it this year, I think, and like Michigan won it. And I don't even remember the name of the tournament, but it was strictly, I think the winner got like $2 million for their NIL fund. Yep. And now too, you've got revenue sharing with the schools.
That's what I was finna hit on.
Go ahead.
The schools, the money that the schools offer you is only rev shares. Your NIL deals come separate. So like if a school offers you $200K, you can maybe make $350 because you got 100. You got over like 150 in NIL.
Yeah.
So that's two different things. And then you got incentives now too. Like if I go to a new school and they say we'll give you $20,000 if you get all conference. If I get that, that's an extra $20,000 bonus that I'm getting. Or if I get like 5 interceptions, or if I get like over 5 TFLs, something like that. That could be $5,000 extra too.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money out there you can get now. But that's why the big schools they do all that. I mean, it makes you hungrier to go play.
Sure.
Like if they tell me we'll give you $5,000 more, $5,000 more if you go out there and get a sack, I'm finna be out there hunting.
That dog out
Finna
there.
hunting.
Yeah. That is insane to me though. That like just. It's come a long way from playing for a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. I mean, like I have said all along that the stuff that you put your body through, because it was the same with Luke and Ryan and them, I know, and depending on how much they want to talk about it next week, but the stuff that you put your body through in the name of Bowling Green University, I think you deserve a little bit for that.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
And what, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, well, they're getting a free education. Well, so are a lot of other people, that aren't out there getting beat up every week and just tearing up their bodies. I love these pictures again. Like you just don't understand. Like every time I turned on the TV and Bowling Green was on and I saw number 12, I would tell Wayne, like, hey, there's Caden. There's Caden. Anyway.
I think even Case one day, like Case isn't the biggest, like sit down and watch football kind of guy.
Yeah.
But like Dad, I think I was downstairs, Mom was we were all watching, and Case was like, why are we watching Bowling Green? And we were like, Caden's on, and he sat down and we all watched, and we were like, Caden's on, we have to watch Caden.
So, but I mean, just the work that goes into it. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem. I know, there's folk out there that are like the old heads. They're like, well, they're getting a free education and this and that. It's different now, and I understand the way the system works. And
I feel like you got to pay the players now.
Yeah,
I feel like you have to. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
if you ain't got no money, you're not finna get any recruits anymore.
Right.
You have to start paying your players. Like it's a 9 to 5 job almost. Like it takes a toll on your body. Really, like the season is long.
Yeah. 12 games is a lot of football games going up against grown men.
Grown men, like
grown men who, you know, as strong as you are, as big as you are.
Exactly. Like it's crazy. And I mean, you got college football players getting NFL contracts now.
Yeah.
I mean, like you seeing all these schools paying all this money. Like if you go to you're not going to get any recruits anymore if you're not giving anybody any money.
Yeah.
And like that's how the game is now. Like if you're not paying your players, you're not going to get any recruits. So I feel like you have to start paying your players now. And that's what I feel like, you know, some schools can do, you know, a little bit more of personally.
As Ed Orgeron this week said that it's changed in the point that now they can walk through the front door with a bag of money, where in the past they had to walk through the back door with a bag of money. But, then, I mean, and like I said, NIL just changed the game.
Then it's still expanding. You know, they just I'm pretty sure they just passed where you can pay high schoolers now.
I knew that like TSSAA, I think, is looking at NIL for high school kids.
And I know
which
I know a few of my teammates said, I don't know if it's in Tennessee, but I know like in some states, shoot, wherever you go, take your visit, they can, like, he said he went on a visit. My teammate said one of his, you know, like, former teammates, you know, they're still in high school, went on a visit. They gave him $10,000 on his visit.
Wow.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I feel like, it may be legal now. I don't know for sure, but that's what these schools are doing now too. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's expanding.
Like, here's a little taste of what you can, if you come here, or what it's going to be like.
Exactly.
That helps. I just can't imagine being a high school kid like Drake. You
go to a visit, get in high school. Like, yeah, he going to visit. And he in high school, like junior or senior, and they give him $10,000. He gonna come back home, shoot, $10,000 more money in his pocket. You feel me? Like that's crazy to think about.
Well,
I have a question. So with your agent, I got a little taste of this being on the inside with Luke, but whenever you broke the news, like you were going into the transfer portal, did your agent do that? Because you know, like the leaks that, like, oh, I've gotten this information. Like, I just never like thought, like, I always assumed that it wasn't those players, because I was like, why would those players do that? But I just never thought about it being like, it is those players. Like, those players are the ones who are doing it, but it's through their agent.
Yep. All I had to do was I had to have my exit meet with my coach, because obviously you don't want to be a player and you have your coaches find out, you know, from looking on social media. Like,
did y'all see this? Caden's leaving.
Then they're going to text you and be like, what's going on, man? Like, you never. So, like, I went to go talk to him, and then once I talked to him, I texted my agent, I was like, it's done. He took care of everything else. He emailed the, you know, the On3s, the ESPNs, the 24/7s. Like, he texted all them, and shoot, they got the word in, they put all the stats, they took care of all that stuff. So, they make it simple.
Wow. And so, don't tell us how much, but you said, like, he gets a percentage basically of whatever kind of. So he's working obviously too to get you somewhere that is just.
He told me like his schedule, like sometimes he don't go to bed till like 3 a.m. Like he's like right now it's his busiest.
How many kids he have? You know.
So he has there's like a whole agency. They have like a marketing director. Then they have another guy for baseball. Then they have him for football, and then they have like, you know, some other people to help out.
Yep.
But he probably has about 25 of his own. So that, if you really think about like right now, like he probably has about at least maybe about 13 to 14 that's trying to enter the portal. So he's probably on the phone 24/7 nonstop talking to all these coaches.
You know, corporate law is pretty good, but I may look into being a sports agent by the time this conversation's over with.
If you get real good at it, you can make some money with that.
Yeah. Well, Caden, best of luck to you, man. As I said, like seriously, open door policy. Anytime you're anywhere close to home, you're more than welcome to come in here. Tell us what's going on with you. Yeah. I look forward. So when kind of to piggyback off of what Kenna was talking about, when I know you said that you want to have a decision by the end of January. Is that
like really beginning of January?
Beginning of January. So like January 10th or something.
I want to have like it narrowed down by the end of December.
Okay. And so then when the portal actually opens in January, you can go on some visits, make a decision that first week, and then you'll announce, I guess, where you're going.
Yeah, wherever I'm going. And shoot, if I announce and I'm still home, then I'll come back on and talk about it.
Deal. I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I'm so excited for you. And just, again, the opportunity that's in front of you is just tremendous. And it's just something that, I mean, we've been blessed with some some really talented kids the last couple years. When you look at the D1 talent that's come out of Henry County, and it makes you proud to be from this area. As I said, every time I see y'all on TV, and makes me proud of Henry County football and all the stuff that they're doing in basketball. And we've got so many kids, but it's awesome to see, and I love seeing you guys from Henry County just living your best life.
Yep.
And so I am really looking forward to the early January when you get to announce where you're going. I'm sure to be
I'm ready for it to happen. I'm ready for it to be over too.
Yeah.
Tired of waiting.
I understand. Well, like I said, when you make that decision, come on back, and
of course
we'll talk about it and what the future looks like from there. So thank you for being on. Drake, same thing, man. Whenever you want to come on, bring somebody with you. Get Diesel and bring Diesel and Deontay on here, and we'll talk about Henry County football and basketball or whatever. Get Jakai to come in here, and we'll sit down and talk. And it just, whenever y'all are available, you just say, hey, let's come on the show, and just let me know, because that's why I'm here. I don't do this for me. I do this to highlight you guys and what's going on in Henry County.
Absolutely.
And so appreciate you. Again, best of luck. Looking forward to it, and I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
I appreciate you.
Well, Caden Marshall, Bowling Green Falcons, but in the transfer portal, and going to make a huge decision here in the next couple of weeks. And so keep your eye out for that. What's your Instagram where they can follow you?
Just Caden Marshall.
Caden Marshall?
Yeah.
Okay. So find him on Instagram. Keep up with him. It's well worth the follow and seeing what he's got going on. There's some cool stuff on there. So
keep me verified.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you coming in. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Kenna, thank you again. Hope you'll join us next week, and with Luke and Ryan and Coach Height. Again, we're going to kind of continue this conversation with NIL and all that, and probably get into some transfer portal stuff as well. But for our Christmas spectacular, going to have Luke and Ryan in studio with Coach Height, and just talk some more college football, talk about some Christmas movies, some Christmas traditions, and all that. But it's going to be another fun show. Y'all be sure to join us next Sunday night, right here live from the Brewer Street Mafia Studios at 7:30. We want to say thank you to our sponsors. Thanks to TEC, to the Peddler Advantage. Thank you to Eaton Construction, to Shelter Insurance and Philip Massey, and to Tennessee Real Estate. We appreciate them bringing you SportsCast each and every week. If you want to be a sponsor, let me know. We can always use more, because the sponsorships are how we keep the show on each and every week. And if you want to keep hearing about what all Caden Marshall has going on, and about Drake Ward and everything they got going on, let me know that you'd like to sponsor the show, and we'll get you hooked up with that. So until then,
Take care of yourselves and others.
we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.